Hey folks, this is Paul Spica and Brandon Garnott coming to you from the Spica Real Estate World Headquarters, downtown Byron Center, Michigan. And today we're talking about Planners Row in Byron Center, giving you a monthly update on the real estate happenings in the Planners Row neighborhood. And again, this includes Planners Row and High Tree. And we like to come to you once a month and give you an idea as to what's going on, what's happened, and any observations we're making in the neighborhood. So Brandon, what did the people get if they received this report, and what are some of our observations?
Yes, we have the report here of everything in the past 6 months. You probably got this in an email. Basically everything in the past 6 months that's happened right there in the neighborhood. So one observation that we made is that there are currently 9 properties on the market, active, plus 4 that are pending. So they've accepted an offer and they're waiting on closing for those. And so when you look at Byron Center, which has had a kind of a low inventory, so not a lot of things on the market, there actually are some options, in this neighborhood. If you're looking in this price range, there are options for people, with new construction and pre-owned. So it's good to see that there are some things hitting the market and there's some activity and things like that. Now with those different options comes kind of a pretty big spread, like I mentioned, age, price. So it looks like the lowest price for an active listing is at $319,900, and the highest price is $429,900. So that's a pretty big swing. And so, one thing that we always tell people, if you're thinking about selling, it is important to nail the price. When you're listing it, there's a lot of people that are interested, but that doesn't mean you can just pick a price at random and kind of throw it out there. You really got to nail the price to appeal to the most buyers without leaving something on the table. So that's one thing that we'd be happy to discuss with you is, where do you fit in that range? Also, so the majority of these that are on the market are new construction. So kind of some unique things with that is it's a little bit harder to use days on market. So days on market's a field that we use a lot. How long is something taking to sell? But with new construction, it does kind of throw that off a little bit because sometimes they'll list it when they're pouring the foundation. Sometimes they'll list the property on the market, once it's all finished and ready. Sometimes they list it when they have a buyer, so they just kind of put it out there and then mark it sold right away. So there's kind of a lot of different variables. That's one of the biggest benefits of using a professional is we can sort through all the variables. So a couple of observations that we made. Paul, anything to add to that?
No, I guess, the only thing I would add, it's always important to delineate between new construction and pre-owned. New construction, like you said, there's a lot of variables, and if we're selling a pre-owned home, we do take into consideration new construction, but we weigh more heavily pre-owned. It's a little bit more apples to apples. It's also important to point out, 14, so there's about 10 sold homes. And so we do see a lot of activity in Planners Row, but there's 9 homes on the market for pending, and so that means that it does almost shift us to a seller's market. I'm sorry, a buyer's market a little bit in Planners Row because buyers have quite a few options to choose from. So something to always keep in mind, like Brandon said, talk about pricing. Nailing the price is very, very critical in this type of environment. So other than that, that's the May update for Planners Row, and we'll talk to you next month.